March 17th? Day 3. A pair of mum's shoes was beside mine. We spent the morning filling the hummingbird feeder at long last. Dad would labour over this thing for hours, but really, I think he just liked that he could look busy and still talk to people at gatherings. The feeder was filled with sugary water for the hummingbirds. Mum finally caved in on my 15th of 16 and asked to refill it. Keep your eyes open for the froggos. The castle collapsed to an amorphous mound of sand, its mighty royal history lost to time. He looked so sadly upon his fallen castle. Did I say cattle there? Oh, no, have you thought much about what getting older might be like? I thought about it a lot, mostly about getting taller though. Why do you ask? Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it too much. Stone had sounded better when I last talked to him. Whatever it was, his medicine seemed to be effective. Moss told me I couldn't use it though. It's alright dear, it's time for your medicine. Moss moulded together some of the herbs and Stone slowly opened his mouth and ate what Moss offered. Stone chewed very slowly before what looked like a painful swallow. That's it dear, take as much time as you need. Stone nodded slowly. Got wind here again. Still no frogs though. The hook on the end was carved from wood, but it was slightly misshapen. Since this hook had never caught on anything, it was probably from Stone doing his best to fashion it. Okay. Some news for you. A new resident is moving into the forest today. Someone new. I can't wait to meet them. Who are they? What are they like? I thought that'd get you excited. Well, a little birdie told me you could find them northeast of here. Well, let us go northwest to begin with, then. He's a frog. You found me again. You're so good at this. I bet you're finding Olive just as easily. Good enough for me. Find my spot for tomorrow. What are you up to, Capybara? You look deep in thought. Oh, just a little planning. I'm trying to find a good spot for Rat and me to go see humans. That's exciting. I'm sure Rat is happy. Very. We're planning for tomorrow, and he's not stopped talking about it all day. As for me, I'm rather nervous about the whole thing. I've not always had the best experience with humans, and I don't want anything happening to him. I'm so sorry. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? I lived in a zoo before I came to this forest, is all. But it's all pains. Nothing for you to worry about, dear. Hope Capybara asked me to get help a garden in the spring. I'm sure the tips and tricks she knew would help Mum with her garden. Toys were looking a bit worse where, yeah, it's been mentioned before. No, I can't see any froggos over here. I thought I'd double check. And have we actually checked the inside of here? No, we haven't. Another day without many fireflies. There's not many interactables, but you really do feel like you've missed it when you don't find them. No. I didn't want to go there. I wanted to go to the birdhouse. There was a live little bird in here last year, but he didn't come back to the forest this year. A little firefly flitted back and forth. There's no froggo. Curses. Lake was moving its legs and watching the water intently. What are you up to, Lake? I'm watching the way the water moves. I've been here all my life, but it still finds ways to surprise me. Depending on how far my legs are from the surface, the waves I can create change size. I really wish I knew why. Maybe I can ask someone at school about it, or find a book. Mum knows a lot of books, and I can let you know what I find. That would be amazing. Thanks, Noel. It's a burb! Mr. Bean was a little lopsided on his post. Yep. Spent this morning looking around for spots to focus on first. Not too much, of course, but I've decided this is the place for certain. Now all I have to do is figure out what I'm going to plant. And where. glad things seem to be going well, Flower. Large part thanks to you, of course. Know where to plant my snowdrops. Oh, reliable honeydew was always there. I wonder if it wanted... I wonder if he wanted me to sprinkle some water on him or something. At the crossroads between the lake and the hill sat a bird wearing a hat. I didn't know birds had brows until I saw this one that was so clearly furrowed. Hey kid, you. Come here, I have some questions. Have we met before? You don't look familiar. Ah, good. You can understand me. Not all you humans can manage that. You're a special one, ain't you? Just got back here from some islands down south. Beautiful, what you won't believe. Had the time of my life. And now I'm back here in time for spring, ready to keep the party going. I'm looking around, I'm just not seeing the season. Matter of fact, I'm looking around, it looks a lot like it's still winter. Exactly that, you read my mind. I can tell you were smart right off from the first look. That's because it is, still winter I mean. You can see an expression between disappointment and surprise flash through the bird's eyes. That's unfortunate. And here I was get to keep those good summer times rolling. Well, it's no use moping, I have to find myself a place to live. Oh, you're the sort of bird to build a nest. There's more of that brain of yours, you're sharp. I just don't have the best idea of what's the place to be around here. I can think of someone to ask. I know just about everyone. Let's see. Ooh, Miss Capybara seems to be the, one if you've got a lot of empathy, but let's go with wisdom. If you're new, have you met Stone and Moss yet? Can't say that I have. Oh, I'll take you to them. Their glade is just south of here. Just south, you say? I'll see you there. Burst raced off towards Stone and Moss. There we go. We've filled all our faces. Now, before we go south, we have a little green froggy to find. And there you are, you little cheeky sod. Ah, come on, you're too good at this. At least tell me I'm better than Sienna. Can't say. We've got to find a good spot for tomorrow then. Ooh, that one hasn't got a double in it. An extra double. Neither has this one. Hey Rat, what are you up to? Ah, Noel, I'm admiring Flower's work. And the female over here can often help me settle down. I don't know if you heard, but Mrs. Capybara is finally putting together our human trip, and I think I was getting on her nerves a little about how excited I was. I'm sure she doesn't mind you getting excited. I think the trip has her on edge, that's all. I know, so I figured I'd get out of her fur and let her do all the planning. The view up here is really nice, isn't it? Very peaceful. And the breeze makes it even more calming. Hey kid, can you introduce me? New to the forest and all, just want to make sure I make a good impression. Moss, Stone, have you met our new neighbour yet? Can't say we have, child. And who might that be, the new... Oh, sorry. And who might the new neighbour be? That would be me. Pleasure to meet you both. Ugh. You'd have to excuse my other half. He's been a bit under the weather for the last few days. We were wondering if you had any advice for finding a place to live. Ah, then I take it you've just gotten here from down south? A little early, aren't we? Well, let me see. I'm not sure you can go wrong around here. Anywhere around the trees is good in mind, and I know Stone agrees. Well, I don't think I'll have any trouble making that happen. Appreciate the tip. Bird turned to me with curiosity in his eyes. Noel, will you mind showing me where you live? I'm curious to see it. Moss, Stone, I'll see you around. Happy to be living in the area. I mean, it is pretty central. You get to see pretty much everything. So you humans live in these houses, yeah? Yeah, they're kind of like nests but for people. Well, what makes this house better than other houses? Must be some reason you live here, we are. Alright. Oh, none of those are good. Let's re-roll that one. Very little chance I'll get the one I want. I like the scenery. That one could get me friends nearby. Oh, I'm a bit... Let's try this one. Oh, that's no good. Alright, I can still get this one. I was wondering what would happen here. So I guess as long as you can fill out the most of them. I like that I have friends nearby. My favourite thing is to be with them so close to friends. I mean, I see all the spirits, all I have to do is go outside. Since everyone is so close, I can see them more often. I see. And being so close to good folks is important. I think I'm on the verge of a decision here, but I want to do one last look around the forest first. Now, might be time for one of my classic flyovers. Get a good real lay of the land. Would you do this bird a favour and meet up with me when I'm done, though? I appreciate the company. Alright, let's... Yeah, let's go there. I may have slightly focused my dice a bit too heavily in one area. But I think we're otherwise good. So I'm guessing when he does the flyover, he's going to be on top of the mountain. I'm struggling to keep the voices right today, though. I'm used to just hearing them rather than speaking them. Bird had a stern look on its face, staring off into the water as it rolled under the hollow log. Noel, I've taken quite a liking to you today. Thank you for all the help. But it really feels like there's too many good options, and I could live by the lake or the pond or just here by the stream. Yeah, I have to choose. I wouldn't have the faintest idea where to build my nest. You have any last words of advice? Anything to narrow it down? Could be just something you don't like the foliage by some tree or something. Let us roll. No matter where you go, the spirits will help you settle in. If it doesn't work out, you can change your mind. Yeah, I like... No matter where you go, the spirits will help you settle in. You know, I don't think you can go wrong in this forest. Everyone's so nice, they'll all pitch in just to make sure wherever you go feels like home. I'm sure of it. You talk so highly of the spirits and the animals here. Makes me want to get right to the nest making. Alright, I think I made up my mind. I'm going to be moving in with Miss Capybara and that nice birdhouse she's got set up in one of her trees. I think it'd be a nice way to keep myself sheltered from the cold while dear old winter is taking its time to move on. I think it's a great choice. You have to show me when you get everything set up. In the distance, the dinner bell rang. That's my cue to head home. Take care. I'm glad I could help today. See you around, kiddo. Now you might notice that my, well, my fingers are different, yes. Sadly, there was a bit of a crash and I have had to replay a section of the game. I know. But it's all fine. I'll return to my original run in most of the OBS. Okay, what are you up to, Capybara? You look deep in thought. Oh, just a little planning, trying to find a good spot for Rat and me to go see humans. Oh, that's exciting. I'm sure Rat is happy. Very. We're planning for tomorrow and he's not stopped talking about all day yet. No, it's alright. We already know all this, I believe. There we go. There's Wind. So what did you think of our new neighbour? I like him a lot. He's done a lot of travelling. You'll probably get along well, I imagine. Should be settling to his new home now if you like to talk to him. I imagine he's exhausted from searching for a home. Then he has to build his nest too. I'll meet him another day with a little housewarming gift. You know, once he has a house. I better get going since dinner is ready. I don't want to keep Mum and Dad waiting for me. Until tomorrow, Noel. There we go. At the end of the day of nest hunting, I was thankful that I already lived in a home that I loved and didn't have to move anytime soon. There you go. March 18th. There we go. And it's a rainy day. The shoes were all damp from the rain. We have a little froggy friend. I really thought I had you this time with the rain and all, but it seems you're too good for even for an expert idol like me. You certainly didn't make it easy, but the challenge was fun. And I gave you more of a challenge than Sienna, right? You're both really good. If you have to pick one, Can't pick, really. Still no answer then. I'll have to find another way to prove I'm the better hider. Thanks, Noel. It's been really fun. Let's play again sometime. I put these out the night before, thinking I might get to go bug catching. Sky, however, seems to have other plans. I don't know. This kind of weather is really good for certain bugs. The feeder was partly empty before it began to rain. I wonder if the rain meant we have to replace the feed. There's wind. I thought of a question, or rather borrowed a question. It's different from my usual ones. There's a right answer this time. But I'm curious what you'll think. What weighs more, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers? Thought about the simplicity of the question and how wind wasn't one to be so straightforward. After a long moment, the answer revealed itself. It's a trick question. They both weigh a pound, so they're the same. You saw right through me, Noel, even more than usual. My heart swelled with pride. If you're here to look for Capybara, she and Rat stepped out this morning. I believe they finally went on that trip to visit a human place. Rat looked quite excited. Oh, I'll have to stop by later and ask him how it went. If you're looking for something to do in the meantime, Lake has looked quite worried today. Perhaps a discussion with you will do it some good. How's your new home coming along? Miss Capybara was more than welcoming to a stranger like me could ever hope. I'm lucky the birdhouse was empty already. Never lived in a right and proper birdhouse before. Reminds me of your place, kid. You know, I've got all kind of trinkets at home you could decorate your nest with. I can show them to you sometimes, that sounds okay. You know what, kid? I think I'll take you up on that offer. Let me get myself sorted out and then you can help decorate. Deal? Deal. There you go. Beneath the water's surface, I can see Lake's feet kicking quickly. Noel is just the person I wanted to see today. Flower told me how much you helped it the other day and I was hoping we could talk too. Spring is just around the corner and I don't need to tell you that. The warmer months, especially lately, they make me worried about Pond. Doesn't Pond usually like spring? What's there to worry about? Normally, yes, but it's been so warm in the last few years that things have been strange. You met Bird, he said down south is hotter than ever it's been, and that's scary for all sorts of reasons. But the kind of water that Pond and I embody are specifically affected. More heat means more ice running down the mountains, which means more water for us. I won't bore you with the details, but for me that won't all matter. I'm already pretty big already, after all. But it's a different story for Pond. It's gonna have to grow up pretty fast. I'm worried, and at least I know growing up too quickly would stress me out. That sounds hard. I didn't know spirits had to worry about growing up too. That's why I want your help. But I don't really know what to do. Like, what's the best way to help Pond, you know? Show me how you roll! Okay. Now, I need to double... I would really like to re-roll these, please. There's a particular answer I want. There we go. I can ask someone for advice on giving advice. Have you talked with any of the other spirits about this? It might be useful. At least I know talking with humans helps me with human things. Since spirits grow up differently, a spirit's perspective could help. Ah, but who to ask? I hate to bother them while Stone is sick, but I'd really like to know what Stone and Moss would have to say since they're the oldest too. Noel, I hate to ask, but could you swing by and tell them the story and see what they might think? I could use the help. Sure, I can head over to see Stone and Moss right now. I'll be back to let you know what they say. You know if Stone can get any words out today. That would be wonderful, thank you, Noel. And please give Stone my best, get well soon. Alright, triple cat. Why have single cat when you can have triple cat? What are your plans for spring coming along? Sorry, how are your plans for spring coming along, Flower? I spent all of yesterday working on the crossing at the bottom of the hill. I'm very proud of it. Since so many animals, spirits, and humans pass through there, I wanted it to look its best. I've been imagining the final result and I have high hopes. I hope everyone likes it. I'm sure everyone will love it. I'll let you get back to work then. Thanks for stopping by, Noel. Now we must keep an eye out for another little froggy. Mr. Bean has been rained on before, but it never made me want to move him from his little spot. Rain or shine, you can always count on Honeydew to be on his stump. Now, should we just have a little peek in here? I see a froggy. Wow, you found me again. I couldn't even hide in the rain. Either you're too good at finding or I'm not so great at hiding. Hide and seek happens to be one of my very best games. Even after all this, we still don't know who the better hider is. Well, thanks, Noel. It was fun. Yes, let's play again. Play again sometime. That's a bit rubbish. I don't want it. How do I not pick it? I have to get rid of an existing one. Okay. I have to do it. It seems like those dice are completely random. Hi Mars, hi Stone. Noel, wonderful to see you, child. Stone thinks so too. I say preemptively so it doesn't try to speak. Stone nodded in solemn agreement. It seemed that they finally learned not to force words through coughs. Finally. Rest your voice, my rock. Now, Noel, is there something we can do for you? Lake asked me to come and see you and ask for advice about Pond. Oh dear, is something wrong? Not right this second, but Lake is worried that Pond might be stressed about growing up, with all the water that will melt as it gets hotter. Oh. Yes, both of us remember when Lake was a pond, and it was worried about the same thing. It's troublesome growing up with a warmer temperature. Can't remember what precisely we said back to it back then. I suppose it helped, whatever it was. Truthfully, I don't think it mattered what exactly we said. It just mattered that we listened. Again, Stone nodded, this time with vigorous, not solemn agreement, as vigorous as illness would allow, at least. I'll let Lake know, thanks. It might be hard for it to follow up, because since it can't go to Pond itself, though. Indeed, sibling-ship is hard with distance. Still, I bet you two can find a way to make it work. You're good for helping, Noel. I hope you know we spirits appreciate you. So it's back to Pond again, I presume. Hey Noel, how does it go with Stone and Moss? It went well, like usual with them. They had good advice. Well, Moss did anyway. Stone is still all coughs still. Ah, sounds about right. Moss tried to remember what it and Stone said to you back when you were growing up, but he couldn't remember. It said that more than what they said, it was just being there to listen seemed like it was helpful. Yeah, back when I was a pond, I guess I forgot that they were here to help. I was hoping there might be some magic words they could say, but I think Moss is right. Someone should go and listen, that would be best. Noel, I hate to ask for more from you, but... Pond is my friend too, I'll go listen, no problem. As always, thank you, Noel. Will you let me know how it goes when you're finished? Of course, I'll be back. As I approached Pond, I could hear it talking to itself. The words didn't come through clearly as they were said in a troubled voice. Rain, have to grow already. So used to being... Hi, Pond. It's good to see you. Noel, hi, it's good to see you too. I'm surprised this is already and all. Is everything okay? I heard you muttering when I came over. Oh yeah, it's nothing. Just some stuff I've been thinking about. Is it the sort of thing you want to talk about? I can listen if you want. I wouldn't want to bother you. You wouldn't, I promise. Okay, let me think about where to begin. Pond closed his eyes and furrowed its brow before beginning to speak. Has Lake told you about how hot it's going to be this year? How we grow when ice melts and flows down into us? I nodded. That's it really, you get the gist. I'm growing up, it sucks. It's just I've been Pond for so long, you know. And what would I be, another lake? It's just scary is what it is. You could be so comfortably for one thing for so long that you're just used to it. Like that's what you are and all you'll be. And even when it's inevitable, you know it's inevitable for that to change. It's scary. I keep trying to find another word for it, but that's just what it is, scary. Funny, it's the only word I can think of. I wanted to say something, to find a way to be reassuring, but it can be hard to find the words in the face of real vulnerability. Still, I tried. There's something about doing that really deep voice keeps making me yawn. Or I have to stop myself from yawning. Oh, we have quite a good roll here, but we're going to re-roll this one. Go on, Tribbles! Tribbles! Yes! I can talk about what growing up as a human's like. I totally get what you mean. Like, I'm gonna be a teenager soon, and I don't even know what that's like. I know there's a lot of kids excited to be older, but it just stresses me out. Like, I'm supposed to learn how to drive in, what, 2 years? Start high school in 1, start middle school was hard enough. I mean, what can I say is that I get it. Growing up is totally scary. It is, isn't it? Noel, thank you for coming by and for your advice. It means a lot that you take the time. I know you're busy. You're my friend. I know you do the same for me. Can you thank Lake for me too? It couldn't be here, but it wanted to be here for me and it sent you, yeah? Tell it that there's no one I'd rather be downstream of. I will. Take care, Pond. Take care, Noel. I'll see you around. Alright. We're going for another trouble in the middle. I should have put it there, actually. Never mind. I'm so busy trying to, like, mentally even out my dice that I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be pouring a load into a single dice. But this is a lovely game. I think making players go through it 3 times to do all the slight variations of routes and advice is probably a bit much. I can see why you're trying to give players a motivation to replay. I'm back. That's great. What did Pond have to say? I described to Lake what happened between me and Pond, and he listened intently, occasionally chiming in with a and a nod. Listening is really the key, huh? Moss and Stone, like always, know their stuff. Thank you for checking in on Pond for me. It's worrying to hear that Pond is so stressed, though. It almost sounds worse than when I was its age. Well, good thing you were there, Noel. Thank you really, really, really. Even if it's hard, I know Pond has a great support system behind it, and you're a big part of that. Those words hit me with the weight of responsibility. Since I was such a big part, I was wondering what would it mean for me to leave the forest. Lake, can I talk to you about something? Of course, Noel. What is on your mind? I haven't kept it a secret on purpose, but that was on my mind. It wasn't something I wanted to talk about. But today I made the necessity of doing so clear to me. Most humans can't see spirits yet, and I'm lucky I've gotten to get to know you guys. But Stone told me a few weeks ago that I'll become like the rest of the humans one day, and soon maybe, and It was hard to find the right words. I understand. It was obvious that neither of us knew what to say, and we sat there in silence for longer than either of us would have liked. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up so suddenly. No, don't apologize. I'm really glad you told me. I'm just also sad that we'll have to say goodbye one day. We can make the most of it until then, right? In the distance, the dinner bell rang. Looks like I'll have to go. Okay, take care of yourself. And if you want to talk tomorrow, I'll be here, okay? I nodded and started for home. Alright, there's a growing up achievement. Oh, there's wind. And everyone's back. Noel, we went on our field trip and we saw humans. What did we go see again? I think they called it a restaurant. And they served some weird looking food and it smelled really, really good. Alright, settle down now. You'll talk Noel's ear off. It's okay, I'm really glad he enjoyed it. What about you, Miss Capybara? I must admit it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Much safer. What about you? What were you up to today? I was helping out Pond. I was a bit nervous about growing up, like asked me to. It seems that Pond's in good hands, but with you and Lake supporting it. They are siblings after all. You should just look out for your siblings. That's right, but more than just your siblings, we all need to look after one another. As I kicked the mud off my shoes, I realised that my socks had gotten wet too, and I thought how Lake and Pond must have always feel this way. Alright, last day. Mum and Dad's shoes were on the porch. We got to go stargazing last night after the rain let up, but we all got mud on our shoes. Dad brought the grill out back from the garage. So it's back out again. Ah, Noel, today's the day, isn't it? You'll be the one talking to Winter. Yeah, I will be. Did Moss tell you? No, but I picked up on it. You've been moving around with purpose lately, like you've got some duty to attend to. And it's a matter of Moss asking me to find you this morning for a very important matter, it said. Wants you to come visit before you head off. to see Winter. It wasn't difficult to put two and two together. I'll go see Moss and Stone then. Thanks for the heads up, Wind. Have you spoken with Winter before? No, this will be my first time. Well, good luck then, Noel, and thank you in advance for your hard work. I'm rooting for you. Wind blew away, chuckling to itself as it did. I stuck a finger into the feeder and tasted it. I couldn't get how any bird would want to eat this. It was earthy from the rainwater, not sweet at all. Little duck sat on the edge of the bank. Pond's waters lapped gently at his tail. It's cold today, Noel. Sure feels cold. Let's do just a little lap round and talk to everyone first before we head off to do the ending. I'm also keeping an eye out to see if there's one more day of frog. I think they've had all the days of frog though. It's a burb though. I wanted to thank you for the suggestion. I think Rat really enjoyed going to see the restaurant. I also felt much safer with the foliage covering us. It was lovely even. I'm elated it went well. But say, is it much colder around here today? Feels like my tail feathers are freezing. I've noticed that too. I think I even saw snow upon the hilltop. I suspect that winter may be here today. Strange, that fellow should be moving around hemispheres by now. Overhearing this, I knew where I needed to get moving. Let's go see Pond. Here's our frogs. Hi, Noel. We're making plans for our next game of hide and seek. We really want to know who's better, but you keep finding us. I'm good. I'm too good. What can I say? How about we play again tomorrow? You're on. See you later. Hey, how are you doing? Oh no, I found them on all days apparently. So there wasn't one on the first day. Yep. Hey, how are you doing? After yesterday, I mean. Still hard for me. It's scary it's scary that any day now I could come out here and I won't be able to hear or see any of you again. Everything's piling up and I don't know if I'm ready to say goodbye. Well, you're not saying goodbye today. That's that's what's important. And I'm sure you're more than ready than you think you are. That's not to say it will be easy, but you can manage it. We all believe in you. That won't change. Even if you can't see us, keep that with you. Thank you, Lake. That means a lot, really. Hair from a few days ago was back. Still won't let me get close enough to pet it, though. Never pet wild animals. Leave them be. Noel, I'm very glad to see you. I was going to work on the hill today, but well... Flower shuffled his hooves against the dirt, its gaze cast downwards. Winter came by and started putting snow everywhere. It's very disruptive. I'm sorry to hear that. I can go up and try and get it sorted. Oh, Noel, what will we do without you? When did you look extra pleased? I think you liked the damp stump. But, you know, you want to get out of the freezing cold. Alright, let's do this.
Noel, I'm so glad Winter was able to catch you. Today is the day, as you are maybe aware. Winter is waiting at the top of Flower Hill. Now, I know you've been very helpful to everyone in the forest this week, and everyone has told me how grateful they are. And child, I'm certain that you've learned this week you'll be invaluable to you into talking to Winter. What is Winter like? We've never met before. Winter is fickle, temperamental. In simpler words, Winter is like a child who never really got older. Of course, it's just in its nature, as the season is where life begins again.
But you're doing great, Noel. Yes.
Both Moss and I are shocked to hear Stone's voice after so many days without it.
I couldn't agree more. Come, let us know how it went when you're through. Of course. Well, I came to see what was happening today on the hilltop. I wasn't expecting snow. There's so much of it. But why is it only on the hill? Why isn't it anywhere else?
That's because Winter's up there. I have to convince it to leave.
It's getting a bit late for snow, so you're going up there?
Yeah, I have to. Stone's counting on me too. Rat placed his little paw against my pant leg.
I'm counting on you too, then. You can do it. Do you want me to wait here for when you come back?
I think I would like that, actually.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere until you come back down that hill.
It's a bear. Okay. Get the camera. It's starting to escape from me. Here we go. It hadn't snowed since January, but around winter grew soft piles of ice. The air around the spirit felt like the beginning of the season had returned. Winter didn't notice me as I approached. I was surprised until I remembered that most humans couldn't see spirits. Of course it wouldn't think I could see it. You're Winter, right? What are you up to?
Oh, a human who can see me, how rare. I'm preparing for more winter, you can see. I've been enjoying the season so much, I thought to myself, oh, we can just keep it going. More snow days, more fringe flowers, more time for evergreens to shine. It just sounds lovely, doesn't it?
That's what I'm here to talk to you about, actually. It's just about time for spring to move in, so...
Oh, that's okay. Spring doesn't have to come. I'm perfectly square just doing my own thing.
What do we get to say to you, then? You know what, can you explain to me why you want to stay? Do you want to talk more about why you want to stay? Maybe we can come to a compromise. Winter looked at me like it didn't like something I'd done or said. And then it returned to creating snow as it had been, smile on its face.
I know usually I do move on, but I really do insist on staying. I like being here with the lakes and the hills and the trees. The wintertime colours are unmatched.
I like the winters here too, but still.
I'm glad you like them because winter isn't going anywhere anytime soon. If you're going to talk to me, do it yourself, not through those toys. Don't tell me what to do when you don't even know what you want to say.
I still remember the stun of that moment, immobilizing, searing, like two frozen ice on skin. Without direction, my brain swam with possible things to say. Nothing was clear could rise to the top. I remembered then what it was like before the dice.
Nothing to say, huh? I know what I'm about, and it's snow, and trees with no leaves, and ice-capped lakes. Leave me be. I know my season better than anyone, and it isn't over yet. Move on.
I wanted to. Winter turned away and returned to snowing the hill, paying particular attention to dusting flowers home with powder. A flower's desire to make spring great surfaced in my memory. Its desire became my own, and I remembered what I had to do. With or without the dice, I'll do it. Winter did not turn to my stuttering voice, and continuing its playful wintering of the surrounding area. I remembered birds' hard work in making the forest a home for spring and summer, and I remember what wind was rooting for me. I remember Lake's hope for Pond's future and Pond's desire to move forward despite its reservations. I remembered Mrs. Capybara and her children. I remembered Stone and Moss who trusted me to do this for them, and for everyone in the forest. I remembered that I had it in me to do it. I held all these memories and found them through my words. Everyone counting on you to move on. Winter looked at me again finally, with unmasked surprise.
I didn't expect you to speak again.
Please listen to me. Everyone is counting on you to let spring in. I spent time with everyone in the forest this week, and I know I'm right. Flower's been working hard on plants for the new season, and a new bird has moved into his new nest. Pond just got optimistic about growing up. It's not fair to freeze them all like this. I don't know if you've met all of them, but they all want spring to come, so please, will you let it? Winter looked at me a good long while.
I hate it when people say things that make sense. You're reminding me of that old stone spirit that lives around here. You win, now get ready to leave now.
It surprised me that my own honesty was all it took to be convincing, but the truth was undeniable. Thank you, Winter. Everyone appreciates you. We'll all be excited for your next season.
Are you friends with Stone?
I nodded. It's been sick the last few days.
Oh, please. Send in my best then. I'll be off. I'll see you in a few seasons, I'm sure, unless fall decides to get stubborn on you too.
It turned to leave, but then stopped itself, returned to look at me.
Before I go, I don't know if we did names. I'm Winter.
I'm Noel.
It was nice to meet you, Noel.
With a whoosh, winter vanished, and winter drew to a close. Quickly, the piles of snow around me started to melt. Where's Ratty?
Noel, what would we do without you?
I'm sure you'll all be fine, even without me. You have each other, won't you?
Even still, I hope we can spend
A lot more time with each other. And we'll do our best to make the most of that time. You still happy, little froggy? Yeah, you're still a happy little froggy. We're fine.
How was your talk with Winter?
It went really well. Winter has left to make room for spring.
Oh, that's wonderful. We knew you could do it.
Proud of you.
Thank you for believing in me. All week, you're both just always great. Thank you.
Stone insisted from the start that it had to be you. We both knew you were the person for the job.
Noel, Stone and I were talking about how your vision might disappear one day. Please visit us every day until that happens. We both want to make the most of the time we're lucky enough to have with you, so if you can't fit us into your busy life, of course I'll come by as often as I can too. You're all so important to me. The air around me buzzed with the noise of nearby bugs. I felt like Moss and I understood each other and that Stone was happy too.
Have a wonderful evening, Noel. I hope your mother has prepared an excellent meal for you. You've earned that much at least.
I'll be seeing you both later for sure. We love you, Noel. At that point I learned to recognise an affirmative cough from Stone, and those were certainly affirmative coughs. Sometimes when no one's looking, I'd ask the Pebbles about their lives. How was the rain for you all, Pebbles? Oh, you seem different. Is everything okay? Oh yes, I just had a long conversation with Winter, that is all. I see, never met, but I heard of its abrasiveness. I think that's how the others described it. I don't know about abrasive. Intense might be more accurate. It's a tight conversation, and I think I learned from it. I'm glad. I mean, you can help me to learn over the last few days too. I'm so glad you got to learn too. Well, I'll be seeing you around then. Yep, be seeing you. And here we go.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the day. I see Winter has departed. Well done, Noel.
I feel like he'd be thanking you. You've been helping me all week.
All I did was talk to you. You did all the real work.
After all, I do enjoy watching you... After all, I do enjoy getting to watch you take the spotlight. Thank you, Wind, for this week and all the other weeks before it. I know you'll do for others what you've done for me.
Of course I will. I'll start asking myself what my friend Noel would do and go from there.
And right now I'm thinking Noel would hear the dinner bell and head in for the night. Until tomorrow, my friend. Until tomorrow. But we're not going. We have this other place to go to first.
Noel, I'm delighted to see you again. Any chance you have a time to talk to an old woman like myself for a bit?
I always have time for you, Miss Capybara.
I'm so glad. I just wanted to say I've seen how hard you've been working all week. Reminds me of a younger version of myself. Let us say I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work.
And I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. And thank you, and yes, I'll see you tomorrow.
Noel, I just want to say thanks again for earlier this week. I'm so glad we're friends. If you ever want to play a game or something, just let me know, okay?
How can I say no to one of my favourite kids in the forest? Of course I'll come play. Tomorrow even. I'll be looking forward to it. Oops. A little too close to the edge there. Not a fan of where they placed that character, but never mind. If it isn't my favourite human, say I should let you know. This home you helped me find, I think it's just swell. I was really stressed when I got here, and you told me it was still winter. I didn't think it'd be a way for me to stay as happy as I've been down south. Turns out I'm even happier than I was. Everyone here is just plain lovely, yourself included. Now that's a lot of words for me. If you take anything away for that, it should be a good old thank you. That's a sweet thing I've heard you say, I think. Oh, don't go making a big deal out of it, okay? And I'll see you around, kid. I think we've already talked to the toads. When should we play again? Sooner the better. Lake, I just wanted to say thanks for everything this week, I mean. There's been so much going on every day, all of my time. And you've been so nice to me and helpful, you're amazing. Now, where's all this sentimentality coming from? You're too kind to me, Noel. Say, how about tomorrow you and I spend some time together? We can skip blocks like we used to, celebrate the beginning of spring. I'd really like that. I think we talked to Flower, yes. So I think that's everyone. I wonder if it's going to be something slightly tragic, like she's doing all these promises to talk to people tomorrow and she comes out and she can't see them. There are two kinds of tired. The tired you feel in your muscles and the tired you feel in your mind. As I went in for dinner, I realised that when I was truly and utterly mentally tired, all the same I had a smile on my face. I had a lot to be proud of. After winter moved on, spring moved in, the flowers started blooming, the sun started shining. Well, it didn't rain always. Not even when a week later Stone and I were sitting atop the hill looking up at clouds like we did when I was even smaller than I was. Is Moss busy? I never see you two apart like this.
Moss wanted some personal time after taking care of me for so long. Can't blame it. I know I can be a handful. Ha ha.
There was still some graveliness to Stone's voice, even days out were getting better. All the same, it was nice to hear his voice and laugh again. Something on your mind, Noel?
You've been awfully quiet this afternoon.
You can probably guess what I'm thinking about, I bet. The subject of half our conversations. I wanted to know more than anything when I'd have to say goodbye to my friends.
I understand it's difficult not knowing when you have to say goodbye, but knowing certainly you'll have to.
Stone, as a building block of existence, has been around as long as the planet has.
Even I don't remember that far back.
I still remember that I've said goodbye to many things many times, and it's never easy. But what I do know is a natural, fundamental part of life. But why? If I told you I knew, I'd be pretending. It is just the way things are. But if you look around, Noel, years and years after we've disappeared from sight, you'll still be able to know we're there. In the water, in the plants, and well, the rocks will be there for you still, I promise. Stone? Yes, Noel? You're very important to me. And you're very important to me too. I am so happy we met. Me too. There we go, and that is the end of At Winter's End. It's a lovely game. Thank you for bearing with me being a bit stuttery today. Again, mixture of the sore throat and just being a little mentally tired, has had a few extra errors than usual, but this is a lovely game for free. Now, would I play it again for the rest of the achievements? I'm probably going to do so, but I wouldn't play it again, obviously, on the channel. I don't think there'd be enough variation in the conversations to judge that. But I highly recommend going through this yourselves, having your own go, and seeing just what the alternatives are. But I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will catch you next time.